Don't you ever yell at my wife. Do you hear me? Ever. What a crazy title for a video, huh? Hey, look, I am looking for crazy titles. I want you to listen to these things. And coming up with provocative titles is one of the ways I do that. But I realize that's not enough. I got to deliver something of real value, or you're never going to listen to any of my videos ever again. So here it is. I'm almost 60. Next week is my birthday. I'll be 59. So I'm getting close to the big 60. Now, I don't care how you spin it. When you get to be 60, that's pretty old, okay? You can spin it all you want. 60 is the new 40, yada, yada, yada. Hey, 60 is old, and I'm getting up there. So here's what happens when you get old. Trust me, if you're nowhere near 60, you'll find out. You start thinking about your life in a different way. And I reflect a lot. Of course, I swim twice a day, so I'm in the pool for over an hour every day. And swimming is pretty boring. I don't do the classes or anything like that. So you get a lot of time to reflect, get a lot of time to think, and when you get older, you just reflect a lot. When I look back at the past, and I think of the things that I'm most proud of, one of those things is when I said those very words to a police officer. And here's how it happened. And then I'll put a fine point on it and help you understand why this is so important. Look, my wife and I had just been married for about 9 months. She has multiple sclerosis, and back then she could walk back then. So I was 29 years old, I think. Maybe I was 29 at that time. So this is 30 years ago. And we got pulled over for speeding. I was driving. I had a suspended driver's license, and he was taking me to jail. It's against the law to drive on a suspended driver's license. And I hadn't got my license renewed or whatever. And so my wife was, so he was escorting me to the jail, and he told my wife to follow him. The jail was 15 miles away, over here in Marion, Kansas. And my wife couldn't walk properly. She couldn't walk very quickly. And he started yelling and screaming at her. She had to cross the highway. And he goes, "Lady, walk faster." He goes, "Move. And I looked back around at him. And this is, I wasn't in handcuffs or anything like that, but he was taking me to jail. He was taking me to jail. To be immediately posted and gotten out, of course. But I got right in this guy's face. This is a police officer who's taking me to jail. And I said, "Don't you ever yell at my wife, ever." And then he's freaking out. He's like, he's not used to people like that. Like, I was pretty clean cut looking and all that back then. And I go, "Do you hear me? I don't want you to ever talk to my wife like that ever again. Don't you ever yell at her ever again." And he freaked out. I mean, just totally short-circuited. Now, maybe he would, if I was some biker dude, no offense if you're a biker dude, but, if I had hair down the middle of my back and I was wearing all decked out with my biker's outfit, it might have been different, but I wasn't. I was dressed halfway nice. And here's the thing. The whole way to jail, he's apologizing to me. And I'm in the back seat of a cop car, and he's going, "Son, I'm so sorry." He goes, I wasn't trying to yell at your wife. He goes, "She was walking so slow, and I was just worried about her, and that she wasn't walking fast enough. I didn't want her to get..." I mean, he's just apologizing. The whole damn time we're driving over to the, to the jail, I'm in the back of the cop car, and this cop is just apologizing to me. And you know what? I look back at that, and I'm really proud of myself. I'm so proud of myself because, there's so many opportunities in life where we just have to eat shit. Pardon my language. But we have to take crap. We have to take crap off of people. And I don't think you have to necessarily be vicious about it or anything like that. But when somebody does something, especially somebody in authority, I really firmly believe, I used to, in a side story, I used to have a bumper sticker that said "Question Authority" on it. Just said question authority. It didn't say rebel against authority. It just said question authority. And somebody took it off of my car. And they scraped it off my car. So I got another one. Question authority. True story. I got another bumper sticker. I like that saying. Question authority. Same thing. Somebody took it off my car, and I don't think it was the same person, but who knows? I did it one more time. I went and got another bumper sticker, and I said question authority. And again, the same thing happened. And they scratched it off. They scratched it so you couldn't see it all. I just think that I've been thinking about this. I don't think it was the same person doing it every time. I don't. I think that different people saw that, and they were very offended by that. They were offended by the idea of just questioning authority. People were giving me a hard time about it. I remember. So many people would see my sticker, and they try to make me feel guilty for having a bumper sticker that just said question authority on there. It didn't say rebel against authority. It didn't say go up in arms against authority. It just said question authority. These people are not God. And I'm just proud of myself. I'm proud of myself for being a punk kid. At the time, I was like 29 years old. No offense if you're 29. I'm not calling you a punk kid, but I was pretty young. And I was headed for jail. And yet I got in this cop's face, and I look back at the things I'm most proud of, and that's one of the memories that just sticks out. Look, don't take any crap from anybody ever. You don't have to be hardcore about it or anything like that, but get in people's faces. When they treat you poorly, just let them know that you're not going to be treated that way. When they treat somebody that you love in a way that you feel like is poorly, stick up for that person. Let's challenge authority. That would be another good word for it. Challenging authority, questioning authority, sticking up for yourself, being true to who you really are. And in the world of business, we have so many more opportunities. I'm in sales too, so I'm taking hundreds of sales calls every month, and occasionally people snap at me and I snap right back. I don't care. I know it violates customer service rules. Customer service says you're always supposed to just let people snap at you and stuff like that. I don't let people snap at me without snapping back at them. Call it immature if you want. I call it standing up for myself. I call it being true to who I am. So I know this is a crazy video. I know it's a crazy title. But think about this story. The next time somebody snaps at you, snap right back, man. If they treat you good, treat them better. That's my whole motto in life when it comes to human relations. When somebody treats me good, I try to treat them a whole lot better than they treat me. But when they treat me poorly, I try to do the same exact thing in reverse. And life is short. And we go through life where people bully all the time. When I look back at the things I'm most ashamed of, I think about the times when I wasn't practicing what I'm describing right here. And I say, look, I took way too much abuse from people that were ultimately just bullies. Maybe in a more sophisticated way as we got out, as I got older, a higher, more sophisticated level of bully. But hope something I've said on this video makes a difference. I know it's a crazy title of a video. Don't you ever yell at my wife again. It's a crazy title, but it is, I want you to think about what I said here. Hope that I've helped here, and I hope that you'll watch the rest of my videos too. Thank you, and bye for now.